Christopher Irvin, and today I'm going to be talking to you about overexposure of sex in the media. The culture today has become so sexually focused that teens today have become targets in a campaign by the media that overexposes them to sex, resulting in premature sexual behavior. In a Cosmo Girl interview with Lindsay Lohan in November of 2006, she stated, "I think it's important to let kids live and learn. The more you shelter them from things, which my parents never did, the more they want to go out and rebel. I've never felt like I had anything to hide." The problem: teens are being overexposed to sex by the media. A study published in 2005 by the American Academy of Pediatrics in the journal Pediatrics found the more an adolescent viewed sexual content on TV, the greater the incidence of sexual behavior. Watching sex on TV predicts and may hasten adolescent sexual initiation, stated by the AAP. The journal Pediatrics did another study in 2006 and found that 55% of teens who were exposed to a lot of sexual material had intercourse by the age of 16, compared with only 6% of teens who rarely saw sexual imagery in the media. According to the National Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy, teens who watch TV shows or music videos that include sexual content are less likely to disapprove of sex outside of marriage, sexual infidelity, or sexual promiscuity, and are more likely to have sex at an early age. The cause: the media has become the source where kids learn about sex. Videos like Girls Gone Wild on Campus Uncensored bring in an estimated $40 million a year. It is a giant feedback loop. The media watches kids and then sells them an image of themselves. Then kids watch those images and aspire to be like that look or midriff in the TV set. And the media is there watching them do that in order to craft new images for them, and so on, stated by Douglas Rushkoff. There are four main sources in which children are exposed to sex in the media. Number one is television. This generation views 16 to 17 hours of television each week and sees on average 14,000 sexual scenes and references each year. That's more than 38 references every day. The second is internet. This generation spends 3 hours a day online and is the first to grow up with point-and-click pornography. Almost 90% of teens have viewed pornography online at one of the 300,000 adult websites, mostly while doing homework. The third is music. More than 25% of teen-targeted radio segments contain sexual content. 42% of the top-selling CDs contain sexual content. The final is advertising. With more than $128 billion in their pockets, this generation has been targeted by corporate America, who does everything it can to grow brands and profits without any regard to the moral decay of the generation. The solution? We need to act now and fight against the media's overexposure. Ron Lucci, in his book Battle Cry for a Generation, states that practicing effective parenting in this environment calls for drastic measures just to counter the enemy offenses launched against their children. Youth pastors need to continue to be actively involved as well. Ron Lucci said, "Youth pastors are our generals in this defense. They are the ones leading the battle to rescue a generation." This is a call to act. Matthew 28:18 says, "God has absolute authority over all and has given that authority to us. We cannot fail unless we choose not to act." Thank you.